What's up?
Welcome to Keith.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Carrie Gravenson is here with us today.
Sorry.
Welcome, everybody. Carrie, go ahead.
I didn't. Well, Hemda said hello, and nobody said anything, and I didn't know who she's talking to because we're not in the same room, and we can't make eye contact over the screens. So I didn't know if she was talking to you or to me, and I ruined the whole show now. And
Look,
I'm sorry. And
fuck it, we'll do it live. Ready? I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw something at you guys. Welcome to Keith
Hi,
and the
Hemda.
Girl. Oh God! Now I see why you hate her.
Well, thank you for listening to Keith and the Girl. We appreciate you sharing the show with your friends. We appreciate you clicking the like buttons. You want more show? Well, we make more show. Get Keith and the Girl VIP. All the Keith and the Girl episodes are right there. Literally thousands, including my own show. My name is Keith. You can find me interviewing Hemda about her divorce. Wait, I'm very sad. You can hear the near-death drinking that me and your favorite guest recorded. I'm very sad. Also, listen to Diamond Dogs, where me and my dogs bark our lives at each other as we suck each other off the planet. Hemda, that is not how Disney works. We suck the aliens off the planet. Listen to Hemda's show. I'm on that too. We had a bunch of new episodes every month. We'd love for you to get them. That's why we make them. So sign up today. Become a Keith and the Girl VIP member at keithandthegirl.com/VIP. You'll love it. And it, of course, helps keep the show going. KATG.com/VIP. Be a goddamn hero. All right. Carrie, how you doing today?
I am well. How are you, Keith?
I'm good, thank you. It's Movember. Now you have a boyfriend that fucks around with facial hair. Is Movember a special time for a bearded man?
Not that I am aware of. No.
Movember, if anybody's confused, is when brave men grow a mustache when normally they would not. And the women, their job is to stand up and support them. And it all raises awareness, supposedly, for men's health, specifically prostate cancer.
Well, I participate also because I care about prostate cancer. So I Movember my leg hair.
If you ever want your guy to stop this Movember silliness, because he obviously doesn't look good in the mustache, or you do it all year, and a month is a long time to do something that you don't look good in. Start growing yours out, ladies. He'll quit.
Are you Movembering, Keith?
Fuck no. This is just
Okay.
manly stubble. No. I understand raising awareness for prostate cancer. So you ready? Prostate cancer.
Oh, I'm aware of it now. Thanks.
Yeah, we still got it, folks. All right. So do what you do to get rid of it. Okay, good. All right. So we did our part, I think, and I can shave as I please. Now, Movember. I do a challenge. It's called November, and I have to get through it. Movember. The fuck are we talking about here?
Isn't life itself a challenge?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Myq Kaplan writes to me every first of the month, as he does with a lot of his friends. And he says, happy Yes-Vember.
Okay. Yeah.
But he already has a mustache, so.
He talks to his girlfriend and he goes, you already have a mailing list. Don't say that shit to me. Write it down. Fucking Yes-Vember. Happy Yes-Vember first. I have to fuck you. Send it to your friends. Act like they're the only ones who get it.
Now I'm pissed off that he doesn't text me once a month.
Oh, you know what?
Myq Kaplan texts me like 3 times a year just to say hi, but it's never on the first of a month.
Well,
now I'm mad.
Well, you know, some women
I'll forward you mine.
Period.
I'll forward you mine. You act like it's fucking personal.
Be like, oh, and Myq Kaplan, rent is due. You know,
he sends out emails. It's like, if I owe anybody an apology, let me know. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm like, that's not how apologies work. Then what? I tell you, and you go, and I'm so sorry for that.
Right.
I don't need that business.
See, I totally get, and I know we always get into this with Myq Kaplan. Then he comes on the show, tries to explain himself, but like, it feels sincere from Myq. Even though it's corny and you know, reliably predictable and similar to other people's emails with some, you know, how Xerxes and like, I feel warm when I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. I don't hate it.
Well, you don't get it.
But I don't. I mean, no, I get the emails. I don't get the text messages. Reliably.
Oh, I meant email. Once a month is there's an email.
Oh yeah, of course you get the email. Everybody gets the email. Everybody gets the listeners get the email. Everybody gets a fucking email. Hey, best friend forever. Does that melt your heart when he says, "Hey, best friend forever"?
It doesn't say to me, hey, but maybe that's your email.
No, my
Maybe you
email is
really
not
are literally
specific.
just
I
asking.
get a paragraph and he goes, honestly, this is the only person I do this for. Hello, Keith, specifically Keith. It's you, Keith. Are you happy now, Keith? And then something that rhymes with Keith. It's always thief, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's silly. It's goddamn ridiculous.
Well, he could use that if someone else's name was Beef.
Have you ever wrote back?
Me?
No,
Yeah.
me.
Look, we can't make eye contact. I don't know who you're talking to.
Have
I've
you written back to these
Of
emails from
course,
Myq
I always
Kaplan?
write back. Say hi. Thanks for writing me. Good to hear from you.
Does he
Glad
write you
to
after
hear-
that?
No.
No. So how special those letters
He
are
writes
then?
back, dear Keith, this is to you, Keith. Congratulations, Keith. You're a thief. And then
Yeah,
that's
it's not
it.
a conversation. It's a he tells you.
No, it's a chicken. It's a like, how's it
I
going?
hope you have a happy November. I can't sit on it forever. Have it. That's what I said. You don't want to have it? Okay, don't have it. Or have it, don't have it. Don't have it, have it. Well, donut? Would you like a donut? If you can have coffee, you can dunk your friendship into mine. But if you rate back, I won't rate you back. Right or wrong back? It's a wrong back that I
Dunk
didn't do
your
it.
friendship into
And once a
mine?
year, I will ask for I have to apologize to somebody and try to bring this up. I don't care what you say, but I'm rating everybody. So it looks like I care what everyone says. Myq.
Dunk your friendship into mine?
Then you got, on top of it, you got No Nut November, which I think it's supposed to be for prostate cancer. Also, it's supposedly these guys are saying, I'm not going to get laid for a month. I guess they checked their calendar and haven't been getting laid for months. I can't imagine telling Kyle I'm working on prostate cancer over here. But you don't nut at all during November. That's supposed to help. First of all, we need guys to nut more. Okay. We
Yes.
need meter machines that guys can fuck on the side of the road. We don't need
Well-
you holding in your fucking sperm. We see what happens. You get the Fourth Reich in America. You don't need to take a month and go, well, I want to keep all the rage in.
No, please let that stuff out on your
Yeah.
own. Make it a routine every morning, afternoon, and night. I don't know, by yourself. Maybe not so much on public robots, but get yourself a private robot if you want. But absolutely, as soon as you could start spraying, spray every day.
Spray,
Yes.
spray.
Let it out.
You ever see a
Sneeze upon your sheets.
A kid gets born. What do? First thing, they start crying like a fucking baby. That's male rage that was stuck in that sperm for 9 months. You don't keep that in men's bodies.
How come women start crying when they're born too?
That's
I
still
don't
the
know.
male
I don't
rage.
want to. I don't want to blow your
They're-
fucking mind what
they're
women are
women.
made of, but let's save that for a different day, shall we?
Women are made of flowers.
And
And don't just jerk off onto any machine.
no.
Your
Not just
machine.
no robot. Not just any, like, not like a Roomba. Like,
I mean,
I
like
don't
a
give a
mind
fuck.
your laptop is what but do
Yeah.
you?
Anything
wear-
that calms you down, I don't care.
Yeah. Wear a raincoat, have a raincoat on your laptop, be safe. But
Just know that because it makes you a sandwich doesn't mean it's necessarily a machine. So keep an eye on that, man. So I know it gets a little confusing. I'm just saying, don't hold your sperm in for a month if you're struggling with it. For God's sake,
I don't understand that. Why is
I think it's for people who have like a compulsion to, like, they can't go to work because they're busy masturbating. They like can't, function in society because they're too busy. Like, those people are like, I need to take a month off masturbating and maybe I'll be more productive. I think it's like the alcoholism of, like, when it impacts your daily life that you can't do anything. I don't know. I spend a lot of time on Reddit. I have no idea, like, that, like, people are like, I can't do anything because I just sit around masturbating.
It's how much people want to be seen, and they're like, how about if I don't touch myself for a month? It's like, yes, Bruce, I see you. You're not touching
Right.
yourself for a month. Oh, thank you. Okay, I needed something to have alliteration with a month, and fuck, I really wish I didn't pick this one, but
I mean, I thought no nut was for awareness of nut allergies, is what I thought.
that makes more sense.
It's like, I'm not allowed to eat nuts because I'm allergic to them, and this is Nut Allergy Awareness Month. So No Nut November is like, you try to avoid nuts for for an entire month.
Understand.
and
It's
see
not
how
me being a
really fucking
pussy,
hard
right?
it is. Right. It's really hard to avoid nuts.
Something's
It
in the
really is.
fucking gray nowadays.
They're
All
in
right, it's not me.
everything. Right.
Yeah.
So, like, let's
Oh.
bring awareness to nut allergies and do No Nut November.
I like that. I'm still gonna nut in every way, but I'm aware. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, your
Yeah.
prostate's fine, it seems. Yeah.
That's because I
No,
nut.
these people are dorks. These people are the people that gave you nicknames in school. You get a nickname in school, Carrie? One of these clever people give you one of those?
Hey,
I got,
Care.
it was
Care Bear.
Awesome Carrie,
Oh, awesome, Carrie with the hot looks.
Super sexy and funny, fantastic Carrie.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I got Smiley because it's the closest thing these idiots can come up with that rhymes with either Keith or Mally.
Oh, that's.
And I'm like, I didn't walk around smiling. I promise you that in school.
Yeah.
There was no smiling going on. I told jokes, I guess. If anything, they'd be the Smileys. But somehow I'm Smiley because in Somerset, Pennsylvania, that rhymes enough. They're good. They give you, it doesn't even, if you think you don't have a name that rhymes with something, these fucking nickname givers don't come out. Are you a Jennifer? You're a piece of shit now. I mean, these people are good. They can find the nuance and then boom. And now they're adults and they go, I don't touch myself November. These are the most boring fucking people, but they do weekly go to the local VFW. And by local, I meant yokel. For sure.
I got Carrie Gravy, which is not an insult.
There you go. Done.
Like, that's so stupid though.
Yeah, but you don't want to be Carrie Gravy, so it's an insult. That's how it works.
What if I lean into it and started a gravy company? You know?
At the time. Now what are you going to do? Start a gravy company and write your bullies?
Right. Yes, exactly. Sucks to be you, Jamie. You know.
Hey, but look at that. My life isn't too bad. Look at what I got.
A chair.
A chair. Did you put this together yourself? I saw on social media that you're a craftsman now.
I am. You may have seen the beginning of it on social media 1.5 weeks ago. And today, ta-da, a finished chair. Finished by me, to be clear.
Carved it out of wood. And now
I had trouble putting together. So I put it together. Then
no.
I don't know how you... What's up?
Hold on. That's way ahead. That's way ahead. First, his other chair had to deteriorate so much that because we were live and on camera, people go, hey, can you guys afford a new chair? Because Keith needs one.
Ouch.
Then Keith was like, oh, I'm going to start thinking about a new chair. Then 6 months later, he goes, ouch.
My side hurts.
I failed silent trailers and I went to the hospital after, not because I cried so much because it was such an awful defeat that I should be embarrassed, because my side hurt, because my chair is as if I'm sitting on 3 wallets on one side and 5 of them behind my head and it's about to break. So now I'm in the hospital. Nobody knows nothing. But I ordered a chair. So now you could see 2 chairs in my cameras for last week's shows. One behind me, disheveled and surprised. That's the one that I'm sitting on. The other one further back in parts unknown. Now, on our
That's
schedule.
What that means. I look at a chair. I look at a chair not put together. I'm like, this is from parts unknown.
Correct.
And I like that what you're sitting on is 5 wallets.
Like, yeah, you know, you're not supposed to put your wallet in.
No, I know, but like it just means more like just remove them. But okay,
or use one of them to buy a chair. Now,
did you ever see the price of chairs? That cost 2 wallets.
How much was your new chair?
$6,800. Why?
It's always 6 of something. 6,000, 6 million. It's 6 something. All right, now we have it in 6 parts behind us. Okay, now we're looking above us. There's what's in front of you, above you, a calendar. Now we put on our calendar, must call TaskRabbit. Now we're meandering about TaskRabbit because, I can't just order a TaskRabbit for this one chair. Let me look around. Does my TV need a different mount in a different place? Is the guitar right in the right place? Does my sofa need laying down to show how a sofa really? I don't know. Then we didn't get any other additional TaskRabbit ideas. And we said, fuck it. I'm going to be a man and call the TaskRabbit anyway and just have him do one thing. We can hang out if he has a little extra time.
We can hang out.
We could be buds. There's football on several times a week,
that's
I think.
Sad. That's sad.
Okay.
Keith.
Now
I'm going to hire a friend.
This never happened, Carrie.
You don't know, Carrie. He could have 10 extra minutes. Okay. Now
I live 10 minutes from you. I will come over and hang out.
Carrie,
and build
do
a chair.
not.
Oh,
Carrie,
no, I remember. No, you're right. I forgot about the backyard thing.
No. We are all staying quiet when Keith talks about fixing things. He must. Go ahead.
I'm not volunteering. I remember the story of when you guys did that mistake. And I'm not volunteering my boyfriend either because he would love it. to come over and like build something for you.
That's right. Everybody would love to help Keith. It's an amazing life he
But you'd
leads.
rather hire someone and watch football with them.
Whatever.
Than both your bitches' attitudes? Yeah, probably. Probably. I want to give you $100 right now for this hour because fuck you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Anyway, so then we didn't hire a TaskRabbit. That's fine. All of a sudden, Keith has 2 parts of the chair together. Let's record a show. All right. We recorded a show. I got 2 parts together with the chair. I got another part
Well,
together
life
with
still
the
moves
chair.
on, you
Life
know.
is moving on. We're recording. We're putting out stuff. Next week, we have
Right.
announcements coming. Holy shit, what's
Yeah.
coming? Not just a chair. Don't be stupid, Chemda. I'm not just here with a chair. I'm sucking aliens off fucking planets. I cooked a steak probably this week. I ordered Seamless at least one time, and I
my
took a walk to the
God.
laundromat on the corner. I live a full life, Chemda.
That's right.
There might have
Thank
been
you.
5 movies or so in there. Things are happening. But aside from that, very exciting. We have most of the chair together. Now, some people made the mistake of trying to help you. Xerxes said it could be the reason why you're not putting the nails together is because for this particular part, all
There's
4 nails.
screws. You should stop using nails, Keith.
Yes, whatever it was, Keith was like, that can't be. Blah, blah, blah. And we're on the phone. Keith is like, can't get this final part. I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this, but did you watch the YouTube video of that part? Of course I didn't. I'm like, I'm so
course I
sorry. I'm
did.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Did you try the thing that Xerxes said? That's not it. I'm like, oh my God, my fault. We're supposed to keep quiet. Keith is supposed to tell us how much he's able to do things. And now, Keith, 4 weeks later,
Yes.
or a year, depending on when you start counting. How many Myq's emails did you get by the time you put together?
We just said I was at the hospital. I can be 18
Yeah.
Myq's emails, but I just told you I was at the hospital. So that I put this together a mere week and a half from that is amazing in and of itself. What was hard for me was after you put the spine of the chair to the seat of the chair, you put in these screws, but you put them in sideways because the chair's standing up. And in the video, they do that too. And the screws don't go in. They just keep dropping and flopping all over the place. So I needed a couple days to recover from that. Then today I said, you know what? I'm going to put the chair sideways, a little, on its front, a little diagonal, but kind of on its bottom. Then I was able to do it. There's the secret, everybody. I'm going to tell you the secret to doing chairs. Make everything flat. Even if a video acts like it can do it, they probably cut during the video. They're lying to you. Make it all flat. That's the secret that nobody tells you.
I am telling you, you are clear as day. There are 5 people who were putting together a chair while listening to this going, holy shit.
Yeah, I put together 5 chairs just can I my claim to fame was I put together a lift top coffee table, and everything online was like, because it's a lift top, you have to connect a piece to a piece at the same time, and someone else has to hold it up. So it's a 2-person job. The whole internet, 2-person job, 2-person job. Not for me. I did it by myself.
Oh, that's some
yoga. It was during a
Good
pandemic.
job.
I stacked up books to act as another person. I have enough books to pretend to be like a little purse. I put like a little balloon head on it.
Your hands ever slip and you yell at the books like, motherfucker?
Oh, keep it right. No, I put it together. It took 2 days.
You're left, you bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I did it, and it took 2 days, and I'm very proud of it.
2 days, but were you in the hospital for like a week before that? So
Thank you.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're
2
okay.
days to build a desk. Oh my goodness.
I'm glad you're okay.
Did
and
you have
a
to
new chair.
Did you have to take a nap in between those days?
I
Oh my
did.
goodness.
And it was in the pandemic, so naps and sleep were all blurred. Remember those early days, that first summer?
I think the first 3 days of the pandemic, I just, panic sleeped a lot. I'm just like, oh, is that the news? Good night. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take a break from life for like an hour or 5, and then I'll be back. You can give me more news. I'll take another nap.
Yeah.
3 days, I'm back. Let's get back on track. It's okay.
Oh,
Here's
wow.
what I'm saying, Carrie, though. I think people know how to put you apparently you're a master craftsman.
Yeah.
So people like you know how to put all this shit together. You deliberately don't tell people the secret so that you have a special power.
Yes.
Everybody is now going to say, yes, Keith, no matter what, you make everything flat. Because I now know the secret. So they'll pretend to include me so that we're pals and we can not nut all month together.
But also, TaskRabbit
I know now, and I'm willing to tell everybody, yes,
somewhere
Make it flat, even if the video doesn't tell you. Yes, Smarty Pants?
There's a TaskRabbit somewhere weeping because he didn't get to help you and make a couple of bucks putting together your chair. And he's like, but I would have helped you and watched football with you and we could have been bros.
Yeah, but he blew it that day. He blew it. He had to reschedule. And now he keeps texting, please. And I'm like, sorry.
Now I know to put it flat. I learned the secret.
I got an ottoman is attached to this chair.
Let me see the ottoman.
I can't really show you because it only reaches my thighs. But anyway, you can picture it's supposed to reach your ankles.
You can't lift up? You can't lift it up?
No, I was just in the hospital, Carrie. It's hard to lift up a chair with so many manly screws in them. You can't just do 10 push-ups right now?
You're just upset because you haven't nutted for 4 days.
Keith, are we losing you to TaskRabbit? Because
What do you mean?
we're so
because I know these skills.
According to last year's Kickstarter, we must record until March 7th of 2023.
Okay.
Now we're having a Kickstarter next month, and if we do that, we have to go to 2024, right?
We have a Kickstarter next month.
We start next week. Yeah, we're gonna have a Kickstarter
next week, next month. Okay.
Yeah, the whole month. But should we cancel the Kickstarter because we should quit March 7th because you are becoming a professional task grabber? You did so good on your chair.
We do call ourselves task grabbers. Because what we do is we know how to fix things. We don't tell people, so we're robbing them of their money. I put together chairs and I make turkeys. It's very specific what I do, but it's a good price.
That's a good Thanksgiving.
You want to know how to make a turkey? It's episode 3350 called NKAY. I made a turkey a couple years ago. Best turkey I ever had. And it reminds me of this chair where no one can tell you how to make a fucking turkey. You got to brine it. I'm like, you can't tell me this whole world of idiots is brining turkeys. What does that mean? Well, what kind of recipe are you using? Well, you're the one who brought it up. Cut to, I find out, 1 second, Carrie, I know you're excited because you made turkeys forever. You go around town handing out turkeys. Well, anyway, dummy me. See, now you're going to act like we all knew this, right? But you wouldn't tell me. That's why you're all excited. I figured out. You just buy it from the store. Nobody could tell you the balls come in a bag that's down its throat. You just throw that out if you don't know what you're doing. It's already brined, and the recipe is very, very simple. Butter, salt, pepper. Throw some thyme and oregano on there. You want some brown sugar, paprika, done. That's it. It's not so fucking intense. Now I know that, and now other people know that as well. Yes, Carrie, we're going to tell me the secret of turkeys?
First of all,
Foggy Bottom is saying lay the turkey flat. Carrie?
Lay the turkey flat. I do that.
Butterfly it, yeah. Mm-hmm. First of all, I noticed you looking down when you said oregano and brown sugar. I assume you're reading off a list that you did not have that memorized.
Secondly, I'm looking at the last show we did where I have my instructions.
We have the ingredients, yeah.
Yes.
But also, I always remind myself that people, like, I'm not even that smart, but people a lot dumber than me do these things. And I find that helps. If you're like, people dumber than me get driver's license, so surely I could do it. You know, like people dumber than me hang blinds, so I. And the dumber
people realize, hey, I know how to. I don't know if Jews are people, but I know how to hang blinds, so I'm not going to tell other people so that I'm the hanging blinds guy. That's what I realize is going on.
These things are doable. Like everything is within your reach. You know, like
until you know how to do it. And people deliberately didn't tell me put the chair flat. That's interesting.
Okay.
Is it subconscious? Why are they being assholes?
Yes, we're all assholes. Okay. Or.
See, everybody wants to be special. Henda's begging to be an asshole. Yes, Henda. Please, can I be one of these assholes? No. Why would you want to be? They're assholes. You may. Go ahead.
Oh my God. It must feel so good to be a man. Okay. Or. Keith asks for advice. Like someone on a run, you know, you're running and you're like, fuck, I see the fork. There's a fork in the road and I'm not sure if to take a right or a left, but I know I'm supposed to go by the river. Now somebody is walking up ahead. As I run by them, I'm not going to slow down. This is me time. I'm on a pace. So I'm going to go river, right or left, river, right or left. And they're going to go, hey, there's a specialty. I don't care about that. Right or left, man. And they're like, but you gotta right or left, asshole.
Right.
But-
It's one of them.
Right, man, go right.
Okay.
Thanks. You couldn't just fucking say that.
They wouldn't
And
say
he
that.
goes-
They wouldn't say that. Then I'd get there and they'd have a sign
Can
that
you
says
please-
everywhere
you
you
had
want to
your
go
chance?
goes to the right.
So then Keith goes to the right because that is where the river is.
Of course
and
it
that
is.
would be where he needed to go. But they closed the fucking gate on him. He crashes his bike, flips it over into the
you
river.
should have let me finish. Well, you
because
wanted
he
a quick
couldn't
answer, so I said
fucking
right.
Stop. Because the guy was trying to say stuff to him.
So he had to
and
give
goes,
the bad news
You're
first.
taking too long. I don't want to do
Yeah,
it this
then
way.
just say left
I'm
if left
already
is the-
riding a
Then
bike.
that means
What
the
do you
answer is
mean?
left.
Stop and listen. What do you mean?
Then that means the answer's left. But
Even
that
while
was
I'm talking.
1812. But ever since the law 2 years ago, is a fuck you, because it's not left or right. Because then they look at your phone, they stop you, they look, where are you trying to go? They don't know anyway. But they keep looking, and then you wasted a half hour and you have no fucking clue. I haven't been around people who ask for directions. Give me a fucking break. I'll tell you where this problem came from. It was
Right or left? Tell me quick. I don't have
women.
time for this.
It came from women.
Where?
It came from women saying, "Hey, here's a problem I have," and people try to go, "Oh, well, here's a solution." They go, "Why would I want a solution?" So maybe ever since that bullshit started, now we're at a place where it's like, I'll let Keith figure out. You keep a chair flat, even if the video says not to.
Holy shit!
He's got to figure out on his. I don't know if he wants help with the turkey. I'll tell him how I do it, where it's too late. You have to get a time machine and brine it 4 days ago. But he wouldn't want, and I relate to him not being able to put a chair together. I feel bad for him. That's all Keith probably needs.
You can't.
AITA. I built a chair.
Right.
Yeah, and then I would go. The friends are the assholes.
The women are the assholes.
Yeah,
What's the
women.
code for that?
Because women wanted solutions to problems, but you gave them the wrong solution, and so women
They didn't want the
problem.
solution. You know what it is. I saw
wanna
your
be
eyes as soon as I was.
listened to. Yes,
they
'cause
want to be
women are like,
listened to.
Why can't women just do what I tell them to? Is the underlying outrage.
Why can't I stay upset? I don't know,
Right, they're
honey.
like,
Why
I'm upset
can't you?
because my parents are getting divorced, and the man is like, "Well, get them back together with this elaborate scheme that I saw in a movie." And you're like, "No, I just want to be upset about my parents getting divorced." And you're like, "No, just get them back. Like, why won't you just do what I say? Don't be upset. Lots of people get divorced. If you just did what I said, you wouldn't be upset." I'm a duh. That's how
I say, go ahead.
Keith, let Carrie talk. Oh, that was Carrie. That was such a good impression.
I know, right?
I say, go ahead, complain, and I'll give you a good 10 seconds, and I'll go, okay, I heard you. Here's the answer.
Ah,
Yeah. But
yeah.
no, all that happened. Now nobody could tell me about a turkey. It's okay. I figured it out. I don't want no
Right.
bunch of, now I'm going to get all the advice about chairs now. Yeah, because I already have it. You know who these motherfuckers are, Carrie? And you can decide if this is you or not. These people go on social media and you ever see what's 5 + 2 × 7 ÷ 4? Only 1% of American can get it right. And then you see the people answer. And they could tell some people don't know. Do you do times first, parentheses first, plus first? So there's 2 or 3 numbers that are different. And that was the point that the Riddler was trying to make. But now it's a day later, and they figured out the answer is 17, and it's 6 million people all of a sudden saying 17. That's the people I'm complaining about.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But also, you make a conscious choice to be outraged at every possible choice.
Just 2 chairs and turkeys.
No, it's right or left. It's like,
Yeah.
you're just in a blinding rage 100% of the time.
It's
And
amazing.
It is
And
kind
what's
of
funny,
amazing. Yeah.
what's funny is that he's in a rage, but we're impatient with him. It's
Yeah.
it's fascinating. It's
I
and,
think
and,
that's
and,
the problem.
and I've seen this. Okay, I was there for Turkeygate. All right, I was there. We were in
Did
the
you eat
fuck.
You ate the turkey?
No, but I understand that it's the fucking best. Congratulations.
It's very
Oh my
good.
God,
Do
you
you?
cooked a
I'm sorry.
turkey.
1 second, Carrie.
my
Do you
God.
you ever have turkey leftovers?
Yes.
Well, you couldn't with mine. Kinda. Continue.
Okay. So, oh my God, somebody cooked the dinner one time. Okay, so I was there. We were in chat. Now the chat is full of lovely people. Sometimes we can't be that serious because it's a room full of people unmuting themselves and chaos ensues, right? So anytime somebody has a question, everybody wants to chime in. So what happens is everybody wants to chime in and you start with, a lot of people brine their turkey. And Keith goes, I don't know what brining is. Why are you telling me brining?
Right.
I guess everybody knows.
I said I need a
Already
turkey the
upset.
next 24 hours. Why are we bringing up that if you made a right, they closed the gate 2 weeks ago?
See,
Well, I
now-
need a turkey in 24 hours. Did I fuck up?
Now we're already upset because somebody mentioned something. Did you hear that? Did you hear what just
I
happened?
did. I did.
Okay.
I'm already scared.
You
Now
gotta
we're
brine
upset.
it. What's
And
the
but
word
that's-
brine mean? Well, it depends. How do you want it brined? And then you want to kill yourself.
Because we started a conversation. We go, a lot of people brine it. The next sentence might have been, but
Might
it's
have been.
24 hours before. So you might want to go get a brined already turkey, which a lot of them are. The problem was everyone was speaking what they do to a turkey, and you're
Yes.
getting pissed as if you're watching a tutorial. That's fucking bananas.
Right. Well, that's the thing is you can't collectively, like if you just ate a good turkey at someone's house and you ask that one person, this turkey's great. How do you cook a turkey to one person? You would get a different answer than if you asked a collective where everybody wants to sound brilliant. Everybody wants to sound like they know what they're doing. So you get a
Mhm.
million different opinions.
And it's
Right.
also not conducive to that. Also, when you ask that one person, you figure out the timing of your question. Hey, what's in this? Not everybody's interested in it. So they might give you the shorter version of it. They might think you're just saying that out of politeness. It's the trigger.
Oh, like don't ask it at like a funeral. Do it when it's appropriate to
Yep,
ask a person
yep,
what's in the
that's what I
turkey.
mean.
Okay.
You're like the smartest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I
And
got
also,
it.
you can ask Google. Like there are ways to find recipes online, I've heard.
But it's nice to have conversations. It's nice to
It
go
is, but,
like,
you
hey,
but then you have to be prepared to get 9 million answers where it's like, if you want a good turkey, you got to go to France. And you're
Carrie,
like,
this
"That's
was
not
like-
helpful.
Oh, were you
It's not
there?
helpful
Were you
right
there?
now." Yeah. But
I'm
saying,
sorry,
like,
but you said you want to make a good turkey.
one time I asked someone for a good steak rub, like what's
Right.
a good rub for a steak, and I got how to cook a steak, which was not my question.
Right.
You know, like my question was like, how do I cook a good steak? It like I want specifically a steak rub, and I got a million answers about like you got to go down to Frankie's on Genova Street in Philadelphia and tell him Mikey sent you and get the best cut of steak. And I was like, not my question. So I get it. But I think, you know, that was also on me. I should have been like, here's the best rub for a steak, and then put a recipe and watch everybody correct it, you know, rather than asking a direct question. It's your fault for asking a direct question.
into a room and then 30 seconds going like, that's not the answer.
Because we got to go left or right. That's not
Stop.
the answer. A brine is not
Stop
the
your
fucking answer.
fucking bike for a minute to ask for the directions and respect the person.
I know people
who's
by
taking
now.
time
I know
because you're
people in
lost.
legit
You're
directions
the
outside.
one who's lost.
And-
You're lost.
And I know when
Shut up.
somebody's fucking up, me being lost, I still know.
What?
Huh?
Chris is saying, Keith, did you put turkey into Google Maps?
You did.
I
didn't you?
went to the town. I'm like, I can't get there. I don't have 2 days to get to Turkey, let alone it's tomorrow.
Well, turkey is now spelled different on maps
I'm a-
because of this. It's spelled Turkie. I'm not kidding.
Good, because it does
Ooh.
get confusing. Now, if I'm riding my bike on the street and I did left or right, and somebody goes, "You should have brined it 4 days ago," I'm gonna go to the next person. That's the way it's gonna be.
The next person's a turkey.
Yeah, and he's like, "I don't know nothing.
Gobble,
Don't lay me
gobble.
flat."
There's
Yeah,
a bag in my butt.
they don't cook us anymore. Bye.
I'm already brine.
I'm
Ugh.
transgender, right?
Yeah, they can reproduce on their own.
Yeah, so that I'm not an asshole.
Also,
I get it.
generous.
They're just saying that, but they're not. They're just turkeys.
Yeah, and they don't want to give you directions.
Hello. Kanye West has announced that he's not talking for 30 days. He's going on a verbal fast.
Movember.
November, no nut November.
He
Oh,
says,
he thinks you nut from your mouth.
I'm taking a 30-day cleanse, a verbal fast. Well, people need you talking now, actually, but okay. why try to fix your whole life? No alcohol, no adult films, no intercourse. In God we praise, amen. But my Twitter's still lit. So you'll still get that anti-Semitic shit. Don't worry. That'll be on
Wait.
Twitter.
he's keeping quiet, but he's texting all of us.
Yes.
That's
I
not
don't.
the spirit of keeping quiet.
No,
That's like when you go to a silent retreat and just pass notes the whole time. You are
Right.
missing the spirit of the. Yeah. that's
Right.
not-
I went to a silent 10-day retreat, and not only did you have to be quiet, you couldn't gesture at another person
Yeah.
because it's communication. You couldn't pass notes. You look at your own space because the whole idea is that you're in your own space. You just have to share space because we live in the world. But you don't have to be on Twitter. I know that.
Yeah.
Shh. If you're gonna shush. It's okay. Shush. 30 days of shushing is
Also,
not fucking...
announcing your shushing is also hilarious to me. Like I just
Well, you
called
might
you
wanna-
up. I just called you up to tell you I'm not talking to you. You know.
You have something to say, I'd get it in now.
Right. Right.
By the way, I want to talk more about that anti-Semitism bullshit. What do you think about this for a poll, Hemda, regarding the chair and the turkey? People do that shit. Yes, no.
Well, whose shit? Because we were on
All right, we'll think about it. I see trending here on Twitter. Number 1 is the Jews. So either you're a normal person and you open Twitter and you go, "Ah, fuck shit," or you're a psychopath who believes whatever the fuck these celebrities seem to be saying, and you're like, "Yeah, the Jews, we're gonna get them." But it's never good. It's never good when Jews is trending. It doesn't mean they rule the world when they're trending. It's not because they did that.
No, it's probably not because of a holiday or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving, the basketball player, plays for the Brooklyn Nets. He was suspended for initially double downing on a decision to share the content of his Twitter account. The NBA star point guard issued an apology hours later, I'll explain, on his verified Instagram account in which he said he takes full accountability for his action. And I'll tell you what he did. To all Jewish families and communities that are hurt and affected by my post, I am deeply sorry to have caused you pain, and I apologize. So maybe you're like me, and you're like, what for? I initially reacted out of emotion to being unjustly labeled anti-Semitic, instead of focusing on the healing process of my Jewish brothers and sisters that were hurt from the hateful remarks made in the documentary. So this guy, Kyrie, tweeted out an anti-Semitic documentary. The documentary says Jews are in control and holding everybody down. The documentary praises Hitler and all this thing. And Kyrie Irving, a great and fabulous basketball player, decided to tweet this out with no explanation for what that's worth.
Wait, to tweet out like a link to the documentary?
Yeah, exactly, to the full documentary.
When was the documentary made?
2018, called Hebrews and Negroes Wake Up Black America.
Wait, what? That's the name of it?
From Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America.
It's an aggressive title.
Not sure what to make of it. I'm not even sure who signed her on with that. What?
Yeah,
I had no intentions to disrespect any Jewish cultural history regarding the Holocaust or perpetuate any hate. I'm learning from this unfortunate event and hope you can find understanding between us all. The backlash against him mounted after he defended his decision to share this documentary last week. The movie is based on a book of the same name.
I don't understand this apology. You wanted us to see it, but it was bad.
It's anti-Semitic, and it's like, if you're going to be on our basketball team, you got to explain you're not anti-Semitic. That's all you have to say.
But how is?
But he posted it without any comment. He wasn't like, take a look at this shit. He was just like, here's a movie.
He's saying, look at this shit. Yes.
Look at this shit.
Yeah.
But
who knows if he even saw it? But yes.
Okay. Interesting.
It's a thumbs up.
Right.
Reporters asked Irving before he posted his apology if he holds anti-Semitic beliefs or if he was sorry. And at the time, he replied saying he respects all walks of life and that he didn't mean to cause any harm. The Nets later said they were dismayed when the player, quote, refused to unequivocally say he has no anti-Semitic beliefs. When you're good at sports, all you got to do is say you're sorry and we'll move on because you cost a lot of money. Can you say you're not anti-Semitic? You don't even have to know what it means. And he can't do it. Such failure to disavow anti-Semitism was given a clear opportunity to do so. That's deeply disturbing. It's against values of our organization and constitutes conduct detrimental to the team. The team also said they made repeated attempts to help Irving understand the harm and danger of his words and actions.
But he was like, left or right? I can't just stop.
Right. Irving's suspension without pay means he will not play in Friday's game against the Washington Wizards. The suspension is for at least 4 additional games. That's funny. He should be good after that. And Irving is also required to satisfy, quote, a series of objective remedial measures that address the harmful impact of his conduct. So he's got to watch some stupid little movie about what the Jews had to go through so that he can go, oh, shit, maybe they're not in charge when they're licking the bottom of garbage can lids.
Great. He's going to love Jews now. The Jews that took away his Saturday so that he has to watch his fucking shit so he could stop being so mad at them. Yeah, that'll help.
I'd love to see these. Like if they work so well, these videos, make them public. Put a 30-minute YouTube thing on that's going to teach a racist what a Jew is. I'd love to see that.
It's just Schindler's List.
Right.
Not good enough. We need a real explanation.
Right. How do I know who the good guys are? Well, one of the guys has skulls on their hats, and the other ones, who do you think is the... Irving's remarks during the media session with reporters have escalated the controversy. When asked if he was apologizing at the time, he said, I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary. So he was pro-documentary. Asked if he was surprised by the reaction, he said, I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. And they're like, just say you're anti-Semitic. Like, I'm saying there are things in the documentary I didn't fully agree with. And then, of course, didn't mention anything.
He didn't say
word salad. I love the word salad. He didn't say that.
He said there's some things that may. What was the word? What was the wording? Some things that may have been, and
falsehoods.
Not even, may have been falsehoods. Not even that he's
there may have been
against
unfortunate falsehoods in it.
May have been.
It's like
and not things he's
like
against.
A master class in like apologize for something when you're not sorry. Like Keith, apologize for something that you're not sorry for, and like there's all this press around. Go.
I didn't listen to Carrie when she was talking, and that's upsetting to people.
No, Carrie might think that I wasn't listening. A lot of people tend to think that way because they have trauma in their life. I'm so sorry for Carrie's trauma in the life that she obviously led that was very difficult for her. I understand that I'm very privileged and that I should be a little more gentle around gentle, sweet snowflake Carrie. That's so unfortunate. She probably got raped. Not my fault, but I'm sorry for any rapes she had. Like, I would never do that.
The actions of a few have, like it's unfortunate that the context of what I was saying was taken out of context from what I originally meant. And if any feelings were hurt, I apologize to people whose feelings might have been hurt by a thing I didn't do.
Which I didn't.
Right.
Yes. But I will take the blame only if you punish me for a small amount, because like I said, I didn't do it, but I'm willing to hang out with my family for a month and still get paid basketball money. I could use a break, to be honest. My knee hurts. But Carrie, I'm really sorry that you're such a snowflake bitch. That's neither here nor there.
I accept.
Yeah. Thank you for being such a snowflake bitch, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten a chance to learn a lesson about how some people can't take regular behavior and regular talk like bitches like Carrie, who's a snowflake fucking bitch. Thank you.
Carrie's like, do I owe the basketball player money?
I owe him money.
He was asked if he had any anti-Semitic beliefs. Irving responded, I respect all walks of life. I embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
Right.
It means nothing, so just say no. We know the answer is yes. You're anti-Semitic. We know it. How many times you got to? You can't beg this. Now he's going to give you a little more of an apology, because finally you took away some games. The guy knows it's the real deal, and we're not fucking around with anti-Semitism this second. But yeah, they couldn't get you to say you're not anti-Semitic before. It's amazing.
But it's like if you're not a Nazi, you're not anti-Semitic. You know what I mean? Like he's like, well, I've never gone out of my way to be anti-Semitic. So
except tweeting out documentaries about anti-Semitism, except for that.
Right.
Asked if he had any anti-Semitic beliefs, he said, I respect all walks of life. Pressed further to answer yes, like just answer yes. They're asking in front of like audio or video, and the person interviewing him on his team is like, so no anti-Semitism in you, right? And they're shaking their head no, like, say no. You're a good person who loves old people, right? Not it. Yes. Just say it. I like old people. Okay. So it seems like we can get here. All right. Do you hate Jewish people? Old people are different. God damn, it seemed like we were on. All right, let's take another lunch break. Pressed further to answer yes or no to a question on whether he had anti-Semitic beliefs, he said, "I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from." So he can hate the white Jews if he's really the original Jew. Is my guess.
But aren't all Christians originally Jewish? Because
Don't
that's
say
what
that.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but not the funny way you're saying it. Jonathan Greenblatt, the CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, said he hears that the NBA wants to give him $500,000 for Kyrie Irving's behavior, and they said we can't accept it.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, we can't accept it because then, and I do understand. It's $500,000, but I do understand it. People are so fucking simple. You start looking at a list of supporters, and Kyrie Irving gave $500,000. Well, maybe that means he's right about the Jews or something, because why would he do that if he, But it's also interesting that all these people, Kanye, Kyrie, they're flat earthers. There's something about racism that goes with the flat earth. And maybe it's as simple as stupidity. I wonder if it's because they think they'll never see these people. Like we who understand that the earth is round, we think it's a small world after all. They look at a flat globe and they're like, those Jews are so far away, I can say whatever I want. Maybe that's the thing. But it is something
what a literal stretch.
Anti-vaxxer goes with flat earth, and it always goes with racism. Always. The trifecta.
Kanye's a flat earther?
Yes.
If
you don't know, the answer is yes.
Xerxes is saying maybe dumb people just dumb stuff.
Yeah, but it's just funny. All the dumb things, these are the dumb things.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, no, we're not going to take your $500,000. The Star's comments also garnered reproach by the NBA commissioner, saying, hey, we don't like it. How about that? The controversy comes as anti-Semitism has been on the rise in the U.S. over the past few years. At least 2,700 anti-Semitic incidents were reported in the U.S. in 2021, an increase of 942 in 2015.
That's just
Irving
an
has run
increase
into
of 942. Oh my goodness.
Irving has right. So what? That's a lot. That's easily over a third. Irving has run into controversy in recent years that has affected his playtime. Last season, Irving did not play in many of Brooklyn's home games because he was not vaccinated against COVID-19. You really got to start with any of these conversations. Start with basketball player and flat earther Kyrie Irving. Let us know where we're starting. You have Nazis in schools now. You have Nazis. Did you see here in New York City? There's a Soho bar. Some college kid dressed in, at least that age, dressed head to toe in full Nazi regalia, swastika, nice and crisp on his arm. And he just wanted to stop in real quick and order a drink at the bar.
It was Halloween.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And it even bothers me that the bar owners and patrons were like, get the fuck out of here for your own safety. It bothers me. Just knock him the fuck out.
Right.
Just knock him the fuck out. Come on. What are we talking? Who's gonna be against you? Take a pen and jab it into his hand when he puts it on the bar. Who's gonna be against you during a lawsuit?
Like it was just a prank, bro, guys. Like it was just a prank. It was just a prank. It was just a costume.
But you dress all you ever wear putting on a shirt doesn't tell me, guy, if you're like me, guys. It feels like a fucking to-do. You got to button up all these buttons. Now we're talking about a Nazi uniform. That's like a fitted. You button that top button. You button every it's like every time you button the button on that Nazi uniform, you're like, this is a good fucking idea.
But you know what's
that's
weird?
Premeditated. A Nazi uniform.
A lot of time to think about it because it's a more complicated garment.
Everything's tight. You had to starch it. You can't be wearing a wrinkly one.
Right. You have to commit to the process.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what's weird about it. Like we see people dressing up as ghosts on Halloween, and we're not like, oh, you really believe in ghosts, and now you want us to believe in ghosts, right? We see people as like demons, pregnant nuns, like funny, ironic, like insulting things. But we know somehow that the person wearing the Nazi outfit means it. Isn't that interesting?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's because we're not taking anyone else's costume that seriously. And some of them are like, I'm a monster. I'm going to kill your this, that, and the next. It's gory. It's disgusting. It's fucked up. But we know you putting that on because we don't understand how other things can happen when you have that on, right?
I think it's just that it's in such poor taste that you question their judgment on everything. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you dress up like the devil, you're like, nah, ha, ha, I'm gonna eat your souls. People are like, all right, you know, like that's like, but this really happened. Like Nazis really exist. You know, like this is not like a
Right.
fantastical creature. And like, I think it's just, yeah, sure. Like I don't know that I would go because I feel like they want attention. So if you're giving them attention, it's like you're feeding into it. So like I would probably just ignore it and not punch them. Also, like I would lose a punch fight. But
if we're fighting with punches, I'm
if we're
probably
fighting
not
with
the one.
just punches, like I will lose that fight.
Can
So-
we punch?
Carrie
Can we fight with punch lines?
Yes, I would win that fight. Hey.
Carrie takes one swing and then it's like, all right, you guys got him, right? You guys were all yelling.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. You guys got it. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like it's in such bad taste. Like there have been lots of bad tastes, you know, like when Steve Irwin died and people dressed around, you know, like that was bad taste. But it wasn't the bad taste of the magnitude of dressing like a Nazi, I feel
Isn't
like.
it in bad taste to be a pregnant nun?
Yes, because
on
you were
Halloween?
clearly raped by a priest. I mean, that's what that's implying, right?
Have you seen this one? There's a priest outfit, and part of the outfit is it looks like a child is blowing him.
Yeah, exactly. Again,
I mean,
very
that's
poor taste.
That's crazy poor taste. That's
Right.
children. That's like your whole belief system, and it's put right there. So I don't know. Are we taking that one seriously?
I mean,
or
I don't like that one either. I'll be honest. I think that if God forbid, like you were someone who was abused by a priest and you saw that costume, like, and there's more people than we think that is.
Yeah, but if
true
you're
for,
gonna
and,
go
like,
in that, and I agree. But if you're gonna go that right, when you say the devil doesn't really exist, the devil is a real thing for a lot of
I
people.
know.
A real thing, and you cannot fuck with it. There are people who don't want to celebrate Halloween who say don't knock on this door because it's very sacrilege that we are even entertaining this process.
I agree, and I think that's an extreme the other direction. That like I mean, I think those people are incorrect. Like, you know, like it's just not my belief system. But yeah, there's people who boycott Halloween, you know, as a pagan nightmare ritual, even though it is based on religion.
And they're flat earthers. And that's why you can understand a God in the heaven and, and a
I mean,
devil.
everything is offensive to somebody, right? So like, what did you go
Yes,
for
I
as
guess what
Halloween?
we're hoping for is that the Nazi is offensive to everybody.
Right. And I think that the Nazi is offensive to like 99 point.
I don't know. I don't think
That's
so.
not the math on
It's
that.
not high. Yeah, it's not that
No.
high.
No.
But like, I feel
No,
like
but what
giving-
about the priest with the child sucking his dick?
I mean,
as a
that's
costume?
hilarious to a certain number of people, and it's like kind of offensive to like other people, and like.
Well, that's what should be clear, that you're making a big mistake wearing the Nazi outfit when you could just go to the store and buy the priest fucking a boy outfit. Okay? It doesn't matter if you get it or not. It's worse, and that's it.
Did you
Stop
see the
doing
fake
it until you... Fake what?
Did you see the fake costumes going around? Like, here's this costume, the costume of a dumb bitch, the costume of
a costume with nothing in it, and it says dad.
Wow.
The Parkland shooter, Nikolas Cruz, 19 at the time, now 24, received 17 life sentences. One for everybody that he killed, 14 kids, 3 teachers.
Oh, wow.
Good. I
Good.
love it, because I don't know what technology we're going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Give a couple. I guess if you survived the electric chair 17 times, you got us.
Yeah.
Joke's on us. But if we get 17 chances, we're going to make sure you stick alive as long as you can. I wonder if, I know Alex Jones was the Sandy Hook guy, but I picture Nikolas Cruz watching Alex Jones saying that, you know, Sandy Hook is fake. And he's like, are they going to think all these were fake? Do I have a chance? Do you know what I mean? Like this guy's saying, oh, it's crisis actors. Is he like, oh, do people think that about me too?
Yeah,
that I'm not real? Fingers crossed. They're like, you owe us $1 billion. And he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Alex Jones has to pay $1 billion. I don't have a chance. That guy was on a roller coaster. James Corden is in trouble again with Balthazar owner Keith McNally.
Do they have like a movie opening or something?
Right? He said Keith McNally said this is one. James Corden is one of the rudest customers I've ever met. Been rude to my waiters multiple times. You're not welcome in my restaurants. Then Keith McNally wrote, "Hey, you know what? He called me. He apologized. You're welcome back in my restaurant. I give everybody a second chance."
Yeah.
Then James Corden said on his show and in print, "I did nothing wrong." I'll go into detail about that. And McNally said, "Okay, fuck you again. You definitely did. And you are not welcome after all." Let's see. He said during the show, Corden said, "I never screamed at anyone. I didn't shout to any waiters. I didn't call anyone a name or swear or use derogatory language. How is it remotely a thing when that person who posted the story wasn't even there? So what's the big problem?" But yes, he said, I did say something I shouldn't to the waiter, and then he moved on. So I don't know, so is it real? Anytime they don't tell you and we have to make it up, that means it was worse. So, he's hoping people think, when you said I'll go back there and make it myself, you said, "Excuse me, should I go back there and make it myself?" Was that it? But when they can't tell you what it was, that was so,
missing reason. It's the missing reason.
Yes.
What did you say?
I've been walking around thinking that I haven't done anything wrong, but I did. The truth is I made a rude comment and it was wrong. It was an unnecessary comment. It was ungracious to the server, and that was it. Then he does like a New York Times article, a Washington Post article, this kind of thing. And they go, "Hey, do you have anything you want to talk about this?" And that's when he says absolutely nothing happened. And that's when this Keith McNally says, "That's when I lost my shit. And looking back at the TV time he was on and I forgave him, I didn't like the way that looked either." He says, "I've no wish to kick a man when he's down, especially one that's worth $100 million. But when James Corden said in yesterday's New York Times he hadn't done anything wrong on any level, was he joking? Or was he denying being abusive to my servers? Whatever he meant, his implication was clear that he didn't do it. I wish he would live up to his almighty initials." Oh, JC. James Corden, Jesus Christ.
Right.
This guy's a wacko too.
Almighty initials.
If the supremely talented actor wants to retrieve the respect he had from all his fans, and then parentheses, all 4 of them,
ouch,
before this incident,
Zing.
Then he should at least admit he did wrong. Zing.
No.
How stupid.
Your initials are biblical, and you have no fans, and you're not allowed in my expensive restaurant. I mean, that's amazing. They went back and forth. Who cares? Jeez.
He's upset because Corden said also in the New York Times, "I feel so zen about the whole thing because I think it's so silly. I just think it's beneath all of us. It's beneath you. It's certainly beneath your publication."
Yeah, and meanwhile, what's happening in the Ukraine? Come on.
Right. What do you want James Corden to talk about? The stress of a talk show where you can tell the audience just to shut up and they have to listen or you kick them out?
Yeah. But who among us hasn't made a waiter cry? You know what I mean? It's so relatable.
Feeling strange about the James Corden thing, McNally wrote, "On the one hand, he was definitely abusive to my staff. On the other hand, I really feel sorry for him right now."
What? It's a restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's not the only one. It's food. James Corden can get other food.
And
why would you go back?
Doesn't What's-His Face own like 9 restaurants too?
He's known as the king of downtown, this Keith McNally. Yeah. So maybe he can't eat anywhere downtown. Maybe there's no places for James Corden. It's weird that James Corden, let's say he did something or didn't. He did something, for Christ's sake. But let's say McNally forgives him. How aren't you embarrassed to go back?
Right.
Done. I don't get your foie gras anymore. I blew it.
Right.
I'd be too humiliated. I don't think you're spitting on my food, but I'd be too humiliated.
Right.
It's done. Our relationship is done.
We're also talking to each other via a newspaper. Why do I have to go to your restaurant?
Right.
Yeah.
And did you see that James Corden stole a Ricky Gervais joke that isn't that old at all? It's from a Humanity special Ricky Gervais did in 2018. And just the other day, that Corden flat out stole in the Ricky Gervais special. Ricky is talking about social media. And he says, well, here's people, I have so many people following me on social media. I type my shit. It goes out there. That's really all I know. But I see some people are looking at it and complaining, but it doesn't affect them. It's like being in the town square and you see a sign that says free guitar lessons and you take a number off and you go, I don't fucking want free guitar lessons. And then you call up the number. Hello? Yeah. Fuck you. What do I do with free guitar? James Corden said that word for word on his show, complaining about social media. Town Square, guitar lessons. You yelling at me, fuck your guitar lessons. He even swore on his show, and they bleeped it out, of course.
Holy shit.
It's so, and he then Ricky, it's, people put this online, and he admits it right away. He says, inadvertently told a brilliant Ricky Gervais joke on the show last night, obviously not knowing it came from him.
Yeah, but you know what, Keith? It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of kisses, we get kicked.
Right.
It's a hard knock life. Santa Claus, what's that?
That's what you're ripping off. This is lines from Annie.
Oh, did you steal all that?
You stole that from Annie.
Oh,
no. Did I inadvertently tell you what a hard knock life is?
Yes.
So, because I didn't know it was from him. Where did you think it was? A fucking proverb from your granddad? It's about social media.
This is what happened. One of his friends said it, didn't attribute it properly. So he's just talking to his friends, and one of his friends doesn't admit that he
memorized it.
He memorized it, doesn't admit it, and then James Cordray took it from without realizing.
Yeah, sure. Somebody also had a theory, and this I could believe, that James Corden has Raiders. Let's say his 8-9 Raiders. It's not him that even came up with this. It's a Raider that gave it to him. But if a Raider gave it to him, then these Raiders know it was stolen, and they fucking hate James Corden.
Yeah,
that's another theory that I have.
That could be. Although
they
if you're a writer, if you're a writer, you don't want to be fired and have that reputation, because having a writer job is amazing. So I don't know.
Maybe
I see what you're saying.
A follow-up.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because it's like writing the wrong notes on the what's the thing that they read?
Teleprompter.
Teleprompter.
Yeah. So like you see in movies, it's your last day, so you write like, and I'm Chemda, and this has been a fuck you to me. Good night.
Right.
He says it's brilliant because it's a Ricky Gervais joke. You can watch all of Ricky's excellent specials on Netflix. I don't know why that sounds condescending to me.
This is not a commercial all of a sudden.
Right.
No.
Right. We got you. We did the commercial. Yeah.
This is making amends. Yeah, that's funny.
At the time, Gervais shared a clip of Corden saying the joke and then wrote, "The bit about the Town Square advert for guitar lessons is brilliant."
Chain of fools.
The comedian said he deleted the tweet because he, quote, felt sorry for Corden.
Wow.
Everybody's feeling sorry.
Give me one reason to stay here. I'll turn right back around.
I'll turn this bus around.
I don't want to leave you lonely, but
now that song's gonna be in my head. Although that's better than Hard Knock Life. Hard Knock Life. Yes.
Carrie, if people need to know something about you, other than your great stand-up album, which is called Cry Through This, which I highly recommend.
Cry Through It.
Well, you know what? Whatever you see, buy it. I mean, what do I get?
The sequel is going to be Cry Through That. Cry Through This.
Anything you see Carrie Gravenson's name next to crying something, you're going to like it.
That's the album.
That's all I'm saying. Anything else people should know?
You got to get on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah. I'm on at Carrie Gravenson at both.
Do you think you think I should get on there? Like that's going to stay, right? It's going to be around for a little bit.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know what's going on with Twitter, but I will say this. Perhaps you have like a chair strewn about or half a turkey made. Contact Carrie. She'd be happy to come out, throw in a few screws, not make you feel like an asshole and leave. She loves it.
I can build IKEA furniture in my sleep. So contact me when I'm asleep and give me the IKEA box and I will build it. And then I will wake up and you'll be like, hi. And I'll be like, what?
You go, I think I left this here. You won't even have to pay her.
Right. Give me coffee because I'll demand
By the
coffee.
way, going back for a second, this Wednesday, Keith, I was in chat on my bike, keithandthegirl.com/chat. We meet there every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. This time, Xerxes and I were on a bike ride at 8. So everyone was watching where we were going until we got to the show at 9. But also, Keith, congratulations. You won poker that night.
Oh, I did, because I learned how to win poker without anybody's help. And now I can do it anytime I want. Cheers, poker, turkey.
Actually, Xerxes and I gave him permission to win since we're not going to be there. So it was okay. But what was my point here? Oh, yeah. I was listening to Craig giving Zinger points. to people, is he keeping track of who's saying zing and who won the zing contest?
Can you imagine that this ended up making sense?
Did it? No.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, listener Liz was winning when I was on a bike. So shout out to listener Liz and shout out to Craig. And I look forward to a new Diamond Dogs episode in our VIP content.
I always think, anytime, you know me, anytime I think of what could make hanging out more fun, and I think spreadsheets. And that's where my buddy Craig shines.
I agree that spreadsheets make everything, not spread cheeks, which is what I was about to say. Spreadsheets make everything more fun.
Shout out to Newsy. Yeah, so
Carrie, thank you so much. It's great seeing you again.
Thanks for having me, and congratulations on the chair.
Thank you. If
and
you want
on the poker win.
And on the turkey.
And on the turkey.
And turning right into the fucking river.
Because I listened to somebody. That is correct. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. Love you much. Peace.
All right.